networking without feeling icky, because we all have been there. Or if you haven't, when you network, you will probably feel it.
Yeah. A lot of it I've found is when we get to a place where we need to ask for something, we feel like we're just taking and not giving back, right? So I don't want to show up to a meeting with you and be like, hey, here's what I need you to do.
I want this from you.
Yeah, I need this from you. It's kind of a control thing too. It feels a bit manipulative, and it doesn't feel like a give and take. Like there's not a reciprocal. The less we do something, the harder it is to jump back into it. But if it's like going to the gym, like if you go a few times a week, then you build that muscle and it doesn't feel so hard to use. It used to work differently. Even like a few years ago, you and I talked a little bit about like you could go on LinkedIn and you could get a job, like a great job. You could apply directly on LinkedIn, you could do no networking, and you could land this job. And it's just not the way that it's working anymore. So one thing that can be fun and get people out of their comfort zone is thinking about something you like outside of work. So I love storytelling, and I go to an event once a month called the Monty, and I get to go talk to people who I would never normally interact with. The thing that helps me the most is thinking about what I can give. So if I can go in a conversation, and often I'm very generous with my network, right? Like I love connecting people. So that's something to consider, right? For any listeners who, if you feel like you don't have a lot to give, what if you can connect them with your sister who does this thing that they need, right?
Yeah.
Or a neighbor who has a cool graphic design service, right? If you can shift your mindset into thinking about what can I give, even in terms of connections, it's super helpful to people, right? And some of this ties back to, I thought this was fascinating to learn a few years ago, that one of the reasons that humans are even a species today that exists is because we worked as a community. We worked together to survive. We would not have survived as individualists. The number of connections is actually less important than the diversity of those connections. Hey, what if you sent out an email that goes out to all of your network, your strong and your weak ties, and just be honest, tell them where you're at. Like tell them what your background is, tell them what you're looking for. I was at this job for forever. It was a big part of my life. I was ready for something different. Here's my background in leadership development, in program management, interested in coaching. As you're reading this, if anything comes to mind that you think I should check out, or a person comes to mind who you could connect me with, then I would so appreciate it. And what would happen was I would meet with people, and then they would connect me to other people. And so it just was this like continuous building of my network. This is gonna sound cheesy, but networking really can be fun.
Yeah.
Like if you can, kind of goes back to that mindset piece, like think about it in a way that isn't intimidating or icky or gross or like manipulative, and come at it at a playful way. It's gonna have a very different energy to it